Jai Gurudev.
Mm.
Um, this session, let me start with a small introduction about Shankarji. He has been with Art of Living for last 20 years, taking programs for young kids, young children, adults, corporates, yoga, especially yoga. He's been 6 years in yoga. He's been teaching, training, certifying many like 1,700 plus teachers, and he has been an evaluator too, and he has done many social activities like tree plantation and other stuff. So he's been into a lot of things. Today, recently we are going to start a program again on explore yoga. So today it's like we are going to talk about a little bit of myths of yoga. So I can start asking questions to sir.
Yeah.
The thing is, sir, I want to ask this question. Is yoga uh, like another exercise, like how we do gym exercises, walking, running, and all, jogging, things like that? Is yoga equivalent to a similar thing, or there is anything different?
So this question itself tells you that you already assumed yoga is form of exercise. See why it happens. I'll tell you why. Why this question has come. Let's say you go to any gym or any center where they teach yoga, like studio or any gym especially. So what you will see, lot of things in the board. Right? You will see foxtrot, karate, zumba, kung fu, karate. Then in between you will see one word, yoga. Right? So you see some 10 items and in between you see yoga. So what people will think? Same thing. Oh, yoga is like that. Right? So that is the thing, and especially when the Westerners have started doing yoga, which is very nice, everybody is doing, but they associate with the exercise part. Exercise is definitely one of the parts of yoga to keep through the body only you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in the yoga in the mind. Right? So body has to be physically fit. So in that sense, only till that level, yoga is part of thing. So what I'm trying to tell is, asanas, postures, forms, maybe few percentage of the entire yoga. It's not only that. Generally you always start with asanas. Obviously, that's why people come, but yoga offers much more. You have to progress, you have to go beyond the asana stage to reach the actual yoga stage. Yoga means the union, being one with oneself, one with the world, one with that is the thing. Okay, so it's not only asana, it's not just a gym, it's not just an exercise. Okay, yes.
Okay, the other thing is popularly, I think I have seen people try to a little bit, some part of people try to see this yoga is religious. Is it related only to maybe Hindus or some religion or something?
This question is from why it comes, because see, Hindu people started doing yoga, spreading around the world. That is why then it means then yoga becomes an Hindu religion, right? So our Guruji gives a beautiful example. Like see, everybody goes and eats. Nowadays it's more complicated. See, I like to eat noodles, but I don't want to take Chinese products. So what do? I like noodle. Oh, but China noodle. Why? Noodle has originated maybe from China or maybe spaghetti. Okay, Italy, something. So just because by eating noodles you don't become Chinese, or just by wearing jeans you don't become American, right? So use whatever is good things from everywhere. Right? Yoga is certainly. See, nowadays you see, say for example, Christianity also they started Jesus yoga. Look, same yoga, they just wanted to inculcate their whatever Christianity wanted to teach through the asana, through the pranayam, whatever they want to do, inculcate, and then they call it Jesus yoga. And if you see Muslims, the way they do namas, they sit in Vajrasan, they do Avahan Mudra, and they like do a lot of pranayams in between. They do bending. All the asanas are those are also asanas only. And they do 5 times navas depending on the sunset, sunrise, and timings. Everything is yoga. So it doesn't know they are doing like then you can't call it Muslim yoga, right? So yoga is throughout the world, very people followed whatever they wanted to follow. See, Jainism, they do all the rules. They are very strict in their food habits, their cleanliness habits, right? All the thing has taught. Patanjali Maharishi has told, Shaucha, one word he has just told, be clean. So Jainism people, if you see, they are so clean, pure within themselves, food habits, right? So everything is related. So it's not particular to one religion. So answer to short, it's not particular to one religion. It's universal. If just so happens that you might see with your prejudiced mind, oh, I want to put something against yoga, then I'll say I've got religion, something it's against, it's Hinduism or not against, it's against Islam or against Christianity. It's not like that. Never, ever, ever have been told yoga has been told to do only for Hindus. Nothing has been written anywhere. Okay.
I was just thinking, should I make too many lifestyle changes if I don't have to do yoga? Like I eat a bit of junk, maybe non-vegetarian of it. So related to all that,
So
do
you
you
like
think?
the junk food? I want to follow my lifestyle and I want to do yoga. See, when you go to gym or when I say, let's say I was going to say playing badminton, shuttlecock, or let's say I want playing anything which you like to do or just go for walking. There are no other extra rules, right? Like nobody, but anything you want to go little ahead, you join a club. Let's say you are signing up for a tournament competition. Let's say, for example, you are just playing shuttle. Happily, you are playing whatever you are doing in your lifestyle. You continue to do just for enjoyment's sake. You do shuttle badminton, so nobody bothers. But let's say you sign up with a coach. I want to learn badminton properly. Then what happens? Rules come. Coach will say, right? Coach will say, eat this food. Get up early morning, 6 o'clock. Come to the thing. So those are the rules, right? So if you want to progress in the path of yoga, it's good to follow the rules. It's not like then you are like driving your car with your brake on. If you are eating non-veg, nothing happens. Nothing happens. When you eat non-veg and do yoga, nothing happens. You don't get the benefit of yoga. Right? Yoga is trying to purify you. And then you eat non-veg and then you do all the junk food, eat all the things, then nothing happens. Yoga is trying to purify you and putting junk in between. So you are in the same boat. You are not improved. So to improve, answer to the question, if you just want to do like time pass, you can do and whatever you want to do. But you want to do little bit serious, rules are important. How much you follow, that much you get.
Okay.
Got it?
I can do yoga seeing videos or reading books or instructions in a manual type or something like that. Why should I be in a class or be in front of a like that, take a class or something like that and do yoga?
Again, same thing. If you just like doing time pass, you can do. But you want to do anything serious, you want to learn something, okay, you can read from book, but who will correct you? Book doesn't come and correct you. YouTube videos doesn't come and correct you. If you're doing anything wrong, see, one thing doing wrong in the physical posture is still okay. Love, you don't get into too many issues if you're doing wrong postures, unless you're doing definitely wrong, doing something horribly wrong, right? So that hope, I assume you have common sense to avoid. It's okay. But correction is one little aspect to learn. But second aspect, more serious aspect is we are dealing with the mind more than the physical body. So mind is very subtle. So you don't know. See, it's simple. You just want to go somewhere in the dark, which you don't know. You are not sure of the path. You require a torch. So torch is the guru. Guru means itself is that. The person who removes the darkness. That is a guru. Person who knows, who has already been there, who has already done what he is teaching you. That to that person you ask. If you don't like the word guru, change the name. Okay, coach, lifestyle trainer, yoga teacher, whatever you want to call that person. It's okay. And third, along with the practices, guru's energy comes. So that you don't get by books, because you keep changing your books. Oh, for this asana, I'll refer BK Saingar. For pranayam, I refer this Satmarama. For videos, I refer Ravishankar Guruji. Means doesn't work. It's very subtle, doesn't work. Follow one path is always better. Follow some person, living person is always better. Then
What if somebody is like little overweight, little like bulgy, in places, and that makes a person not more like flexible to bend down or a stretch or a pull or something like that. So what about for those people? Can they do yoga and they will be okay doing in that kind of a body shape?
if body is not flexible, body can't move because of various reasons. Whatever is the weight problem or arthritis problem or old
Yes.
age problem, they should do yoga. They should move the body as much possible. As much possible, they have to move the body, so that body requires movements. See, nowadays there are very yoga therapists, yoga trainers, personal trainers who can do online, who, depending on the structure of the body, they can suggest you what pose to do, more to do. All those things are nowadays, people are doing. So if you are overweight, I can't do, if I can't move my knees, you can still do asanas in the chair. There are like chair, Surya Namaskar, lot of things are there. So if you have the will, you can do. Karo, then you have to do. That's all I can say. Chalo.
Sir, can is this yoga only for old people, retired people, or even 14, 13, maybe 15, 14 teenagers, youth? They also can use, yeah, maybe, but how about teenagers like 4, 5, 14, 15 years old? They can also do it?
Teenagers, what is the main issue? They have lot of energy and they have find a space. So teenagers requires something to remove their what I call rajas. Rajas means activity. Too much restlessness. As if you don't remove the requirement of activity of the body, then that restlessness comes to the mind. So they can't sit properly. So if you any day you feel your mind can't concentrate, it means you're not done enough activity. And nowadays, see, you got locked down in the room, you don't have space, you can't go out, can't play football, cricket, all those things. All you require is a yoga mat, 6x3. Yoga mat can give you lot of um, options to remove the restlessness. Okay. Another point for office people, if they think, oh, I'll do yoga later, because many people have seen, I'll do yoga, abhi time nahi hai, I'll do yoga when I retire. See, your productive time of your life is from like 15, 14, 15 to like your 30, 40, 50 years of age, right? Most productive time. So to make more use of the time, to make your time more precious, more effective, more productive, then the mind has to be calm. That is the time you have to do yoga. See, when you are free by doing yoga, then what do you do with that so much energy? Right? So you have to do at your more productive time of between the teenagers, college, and your working years till 40, 50 is the more ideal time, so that your body is well flexible enough. You can do, you'll enjoy and do instead of doing you have to do. There you go.
Sir, in this difficult time, financial issues, why do we have to pay for yoga classes? Why can't it not? Why should we
Mm,
not pay for it?
yeah, I also heard many people. Oh, you are just teaching breathing. I have anyway I'm breathing. I have to pay for breathing. So idea is you have to pay something. So it's always like that. It's always like anything in life. Whatever you are getting, you give something back, right? In olden days, they say, oh, they are teaching yoga in the thing, but people pay by staying in the ashram doing physical work. They learned all this thing by doing the physical work, right? So anything you ask, you just look around. Now, anything you see, you ask money. You go to a movie, theater, and you don't ask them, why can I see the movie free? You go to a hotel, you don't ask them, can I give you 2 idlis free? Right? Why then? Why you are asking for yoga? And see why people like big NGOs, they are doing this is the way of their business model. You get money, you teach something nice. In the return, you collect money, so that money is used for other social activities. So this is how you get money. It's like a donation. Anyway, nowadays Art of Living, all this thing, like you get a ATG certificate also. So it's like a donation, properly audited, everything done, so that anyway you're donating to anything else, you can donate and then get to do also. Okay, I'm not against free yoga, we also do, but what I think, when you pay and do, the amount of sincerity you put in the class is much better. Then I have done lot of art of living, I have done lot of free yoga also, classes also. I have seen the result. That's why. When you
Okay,
pay and do, you do better. That's why you pay.
that's nice. So, sir, I want to say yoga should be done at a certain time. I don't have time. Like in the morning, I don't have time. In the afternoon, I'm busy. The evening, time is little tight. And these days, I have to be like too much, because all demands are there. House also, children are there, family is there, and in the office also, like there is more work coming. I don't have time. What should I do?
What should I do? That's when you have to do yoga. Yoga will give you the time. 24 hours, you can't change. But how much time you spend on your sleep? See, when you do your pranayama, when you do your meditations properly, your sleep time can reduce. If you're sleeping 8 hours, 5, 6 hours is more than enough. Right? Yoga gives you time. Another point, you can't spend even 2% of your time. So 2% of your time per day is what, 28 minutes. 14 minutes, 0.4 minutes, 40 seconds is 1% of your time. 2% of your time, if you can't spend for your own personal growth, then something is wrong in your life. Think about it. 2% I can't spend for my own growth, so that my 98% becomes more productive. If I'm not investing the 2 or 3%, okay, whatever, if you're free, 3%. More than that not required. So 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, ideal time, it's good. If you can't do in the morning, then just do. There are very simple rules. Rule is your stomach should be lightly empty. That's it. So before lunch, before breakfast, before dinner, evening time, you just choose. Any time is okay. Okay. Just find time. That's it.
Sir, when I have spoken about yoga to few people, they say I'm already healthy. Why should I do yoga?
Very nice, very nice. You are doing being healthy. Maybe you are doing something else, like maybe you are walking or you're following proper lifestyle. Very nice. So you add to that whatever you are doing, it will give you more. If you are being healthy, healthy is not just one state of thing. It's like a continuous journey, right? So yoga can give you more health, better health. So continue whatever you are doing and just see what you do. I am for doing something. Let's say you don't say some nice food has come. You are eating. Let's say you go to a restaurant. You don't say, "Oh, I already eaten." Right? Every day you have to do. You are healthy, but from now for everything you have to do, right? And then you're trying new dishes. If you like it, you continue definitely. So just try. If you want to do like an exploration, welcome.
Okay. Sir, also few people say that I'm happy doing just asanas. I don't want meditation.
Asanas are more क्या बोलते हैं? What more charming. Yeah, oh, I can do it, boost my ego. Meditation, oh, I have to sit with my eyes closed, looking at the nose, tip of the nose or the body. It's so boring, right? Initially, it will be boring, but it will give you a lot of benefits, lot of things. See, Guruji says something beautifully. This is for you to think about it. If you are feeling bored with yourself, just for 20 minutes sitting alone, how boring you will be for others. You are being bored with yourself. So meditation is what? Coming to the present moment, being with oneself. See how good you are, what are your person is. Just observe the breath, observe the thoughts, sit calm, so that after meditation, mind can be more better. See, meditation, asanas is workout for the body. Meditation is workout for the mind. When mind works better, it can do much more than the body. I'll give you an example. Let's say in any company, you just look around, turn around. Who gets paid more? Person who does physical work or person who does mental work? Who gets paid more? Person who does mental work. Physical work person, they can't grow beyond a certain limit, right? Mental working people, they grow to great heights. So meditation is a workout for the mind. So start appreciating. There are thousands of different types of meditation. So you can choose. Guruji is meditating daily. Every day is giving new meditations. YouTube.com/Sri Sri has lots of meditations. Just see whatever you like, you pick it up. Good. Anything else?
One last question, sir. In yoga, I can advance by doing just like completed programs and things like that, like what I have done previously, right? With that much only, is that enough, or I can advance in yoga even in more different yogas?
Difficult, advanced. Okay, that is again a concept from the what do you call corporate world, right? Because you're trying to apply the same concept to a different realm. So advancement doesn't mean, oh, I can do, okay, 20 Surya Namaskars, I will advance myself if I do 40, right? Or I can do normal Konasan, but only if I do Mayurasan, it means I am advanced yogi, right? So it's good. One way, little bit for motivation sake, you see, oh, for advancement, let's say I will try perfecting the pose. That itself, see, Paschimottanasana, like you are trying to touch the toes, but knees is slightly going up. So you try to bring the knee down, trying to touch the toes. So all those things, perfection ke liye advanced in the pose. One. Second, okay, I will try Bakasana or Mayurasana or Shirasasana. That is one. But then there are some poses, so complicated pose, right? It's not just nice to watch for normal people. Like I'm just telling, majority of the people, oh, अच्छा दिखता है, दूर से नमस्कार, DSN करना, नमस्कार करना. So अच्छा दिखता है, it's nice to watch others to do. Like not required. See, if you want to do, if you can do, great. For boosting your ego, for flexing your body, to that level, it's okay. But advanced asanas doesn't give you any extra great health-wise benefit, right? That much you should know. Like health-wise benefit, asanas, normal asanas which we do in our regular Shishya Yoga classes, level 1 sequence, all those things, it's much best, right? Advanced asana, if you want to do, if you can do, good. But yoga is not only asanas. You want to, actual yogi is who can apply the knowledge of yoga in the daily life. So start doing advanced in that. Pranayams are there more. Applying all the yama niyamas in our day-to-day life. There you go advanced. How much anger? Oh, I am getting angry, let's say 5 times a week. Can I reduce that? Or 5 times a day for some people, or 5 times per every 1 hour also for some people. Can I reduce that? Can I have, that is advancement. I am smiling say 10 times a day today. Can I smile 100 times a day today? That is advancement. Not doing complicated asanas. Okay, so anything else?
Nothing, sir. These were like very common points. Most of the people have there in their mind. So they have been answered. Hopefully, we can.
Good. So this required. So some people. So idea is to just be natural in doing yoga. It's not something yoga is so. What Guruji says is, yoga is the most natural thing you can do. Like a baby does all the mudras. We are born with like Adi Mudra, right? All the asanas, if you can learn by observing nature, or observing nature means all the animals, and by doing all the asanas which the baby does. For a baby from birth up to like 1-2 years of age, it will do many of the asanas. Just being natural. That is the asanas thing. So being natural and being happy. That is yoga. Okay. So we'll just see if you have any more questions. You can put in the comment section of this YouTube video. You can contact us. We'll answer. Thank you.